All right, y'all, it is that time of year. We just witnessed the culmination of the 2024 Arnold Sports Festival. The Arnold is one of those shows within the IFBB and the NPC that's like a major deal. Behind the Olympia, it is the second most important show that any competitor can step on, where you're going to go ahead and win the title of Mr. or Miss International. And this year, we saw the women in wellness, bikini, and fitness take the stage. Now, unfortunately, figure and women's bodybuilding and women's physique have all been removed from the Arnold. But that is okay, because we're going to take a look at the figure division on the amateur side to get you a little fix for that division and to show you how competitive it actually is on the amateur level, which is a pro qualifier as well. But today, I want to focus on wellness, and I want to take a look at critiquing and breaking down the prejudging and see if our selections are correct for the finals. Now, full disclosure, I got a chance to watch the prejudging live, but I had not watched the finals, and I actually did not see any of the coverage afterwards. Now, I do have an idea who won, because when I saw that prejudging, honey, and by the end of it, there was just one competitor that was just above the rest. And you know exactly who she is. I will reveal that as you're watching the show. But the ideas behind these play-by-plays is to allow you, the viewer, you, the competitor, whether you are an amateur, you're a pro, this is your first time competing, or you've done this a million times, to develop your eye. Because the more you understand how judging works and what wins, the better a competitor you can be. Now let's go ahead and jump in. Now, we had 11 competitors from around the globe take to the stage in wellness. These are the best of the best, you guys. And I gotta say, as someone who hasn't competed in a while, watching them kind of gives me that bug to want to get into the gym and do a little something. Maybe not step on the stage, but definitely step up my game, because what you're about to see is going to be absolutely spectacular. So they're bringing out all of the competitors just in numerical order to be able to see them on the stage. This is not the actual judging part yet. This is just kind of to see everybody in the lineup, what everyone's looking like, and the judges kind of first look at the competitors. Quarter turn to the right. So we're going to start off with a quarter turn, looking at our competitors. Everybody's looking really strong here. I mean, when you're getting to this level, the pros, it's like the judges are actually looking for your flaws at this point. And they always are. Like, because when you get to this point, you're like absolutely perfect. Like, what is there really to point out with, you know, someone not being where they need to be and this, that, and the other? There's perfection right there in front of your face. But it becomes about who is looking the best on that day and minimizing your flaws anytime you step on this stage.
Okay, ladies, you're going to file off. You'll all be back individually.
All right, so they're going to go ahead and take these ladies off. And now we're going to go ahead and see the second group. And then they're going to go into their individual rounds.
And let's have group 2 on the center line, please.
And I'm going to turn off the sound just because I do not want copyright strikes on my channel from the music. So we'll be adding our own sound to that, and I'll fill you in with what the judges are saying as we go along.
Is that right?
So already, I mean, look, guys, we just saw the full lineup, and we can already see some really amazing competitors. I need you to pay attention to this lineup right here, okay? Because, honey, I don't care what you say. Miss Olympia, reigning Miss Olympia, she's about to clean this Arnold. And I believe this is her Arnold debut.
Okay, ladies, thank you very much. You're going to file off. You'll be back.
Now, before we go into the individual rounds and then into the comparisons, let's go ahead and break down exactly what the judges are looking for with wellness. Because for a lot of folks, it's like these women all look great, but what is it that wins the show? What do the judges want? What are they looking for? Well, wellness is that division that's snugly between bikini and figure. And it was originally put together for women who held a little bit too much muscle for bikini, and they might hold enough muscle to compete in figure. However, their bottom half is what usually overpowers their top half. Whereas in figure, you're going to look for a competitor who is completely even from top to bottom, left to right, front to back. With wellness, we're looking for a body that is fully developed in all areas. However, there's an overdevelopment of the legs, specifically the quads, the glutes, and the hamstrings. Typically, this kind of competitor would score really horribly in both bikini and figure. So this creates a nice lane for women who are strong competitors, who have nice muscularity, great femininity, great curves, can get conditioned and to have a place to stand on stage and be competitive. The posing with wellness is just a little bit different than bikini, whereas in bikini, you just have a front and back pose. With wellness, you are doing quarter turns because there are side poses added to that. Overall, the judges want to see a package that has full muscle bellies and conditioning that is hard but not too striated. They really want to put more of an emphasis on having that lower body nice and tight, particularly when you turn around to the back and we look at that glute ham tie-in. And you're going to see that in this show today. So if you're thinking about getting into wellness, you definitely want to look at your genetics because that's a great start. If you're someone who has a great X frame, but your quads are really large and they overpower your upper body, you turn around to the back, you've got really nice full glutes, you might be a great competitor in the wellness division, particularly if you have competed in figure before or bikini, just didn't do well because you didn't quite fit in. So let's go ahead and see what the pros look like individually. All right, so we're going to bring them all out one by one.
Okay, let's start things off with your first competitor. Please welcome Amanda Bernett.
We have Amanda Bernett first coming out. She's looking absolutely great. I'm loving her suit and I just love her overall presentation is looking good. She's got nice curves, great cap shoulders. Legs are looking really good. I think that she might be a little bit undersized this particular lineup. The glute ham tie-in is looking nice and tight, but we'll have to see what the comparisons look like to see whether or not she's bringing the conditioning that's going to win the shows. The thing about the individual rounds, which is great, is that you get to choose your poses and what looks best on you. So this is where you want to really shine to catch the judges' eyes. But I think she has an overall really great package, nice shape, and nice physique. We'll see how this compares with the other ladies.
Please welcome your next competitor, Isabelle N.
We have Isabelle Nunez next. Isa, as she's called. And this is the reigning Miss International. She was one of the first competitors to earn her pro card in this division, and she always brings her A game. I love her shape. She's got nice fullness, great top to bottom symmetry, conditioning is spot on, and compared to the last competitor, this is where I'm saying the conditioning is going to mean everything because you can clearly see her glute ham tie-in, and you can see the conditioning is nice and on point. And that is important for the wellness division. Although the judges don't want to see high striation, they do want to see separation in the muscle bellies and a full look as well. Great shoulder caps, nice legs, great glute ham tie-in, and just the full package here. So this is the standard for this particular show. Let's see if she will keep that crown.
Thank you, Isabelle. Your next competitor, please welcome Sandra S.
So we have Sandra next. Great suit. I love teal suits. They always pop on stage. They always look really great. Like that teal or greenish color always looks great on everyone. She's got a great shape. I wonder how we've got to, again, see them in the lineup because they always look great on their own. But in the lineup, how do they size up is the important thing. I feel from what I've seen that she might be a little undersized in this lineup. She's got a great shape and she's a little bit of a shorter competitor. But even still, she might be able to stand for a little bit more fullness in her muscle bellies. Great glute ham tie-in, nice conditioning coming in, beautiful shape. Calves are nice and developed here as well. And I want you to notice the posing. You see how the women all flow with their posing. When you're working on your own posing routines, ladies, this is what you want to have. This is the standard. Have fun up there and really learn how to show off your shape. You've got a nice tiny waist, great cap shoulders, beautiful leg shape. And again, I feel like she may be a little undersized, but we'll have to see again once we're in that lineup. Good baby.
All right, thank you, Sandra. Please welcome your next competitor, Will Dawn.
All right, we got this competitor out with a beautiful long straight hair. I love long straight hair looks on the competitors. Great shape, nice fullness in the legs, nice fullness in the delts. Beautiful glute ham tie-in. The abdominals are nice and crisp and tight. You can really see those lines there of separation. Great glute ham tie-in. Guys, I'm telling you, you see how you can see that separation right at the tie-in and right in the middle of the legs where the hamstrings are as well. You want to have that heart shape right in the middle of there. With this shape and conditioning, I think I can see her in a top call-out position. Nice personality, great sassiness with the walking as well. Beautiful shape with the glute hand tie-in from the side here. You can really see that full development.
All right, thank you, Lily.
Lily Dong.
Andrea L.
All right, we've got Andrea coming out next. Now, she's a taller competitor. And the one thing about taller competitors, which is a little bit harder, is getting that fullness in your body and really getting that, like, just that size. Smaller competitors, shorter competitors have a lot easier time with looking fuller because they've got shorter muscle bellies. I feel like she's a little long, and it's making her look a little bit smaller here. Good hand tie-in. Conditioning could probably be a little bit tighter, but I think with the look that she has for this particular lineup is skewing a little bit more towards the bikini end. So for her shape, she's going to have to learn how to keep her fullness and really just work on filling out mostly her legs, the quad sweep, and the glute hand tie-in, and the glute ham as well, just that whole area.
Please welcome your next competitor, Courtney Star.
Courtney Star with the platinum blonde hair, purple suit. Go ahead, girl. We can already see Courtney's abdominals nice and pops there. You better get it on, girl. Good shape on the bottom. Nice shape to the glutes. Good shape to the hamstrings. Let's turn around to the back to see how that tie-in is looking, because guys, shows her one from the back. I think she's lacking in the conditioning, and that might hurt her a little bit here in this lineup. And again, I feel like so many of the competitors in this particular show have really great shapes, but I feel like they lack some of the fullness of the muscle and the size that's needed to really be super competitive when it comes to wellness. In this lineup, it might work though.
Your next competitor, Rie Kim.
Rie Kim. All right, girl, let's go ahead and see. Got that beautiful suit on. Hitting up that pose, coming out. Good shoulder fullness. Very good. Ladies, you do want to work your shoulders and arms, even as wellness competitors. Great abdominals. Nice glute and hamstring development here. Turning it around to the back. Let's go ahead and see what that tie-in is looking like, because that's what's going to win for her. All right. So she's got a good conditioning back there. Not bad at all. We saw some separation in the hamstrings. Separation right in the middle. I call it the heart right there. When you see that pop right between the thighs there, honey, that's what you want to go for. Okay. Very nice. Good development in the quads as well. So I can kind of see her in the top callouts. High yuns.
Please welcome Andrea L.
So we got Anne-Marie coming out with a nice sassy walk. Go ahead, girl. You better go ahead and get that catwalk. All right. I really love her shape. She's again, a taller competitor. And she's got a little bit more fullness, I feel, than the last competitor that we saw, who's kind of probably around the same height as her. Got to whip that hair, girl. Bring it around. Let's see that glute hand tie-in. She's looking nice and tight back there. Looking nice and tight and full as well. Very good shape, good fullness in the glutes. I think I would like to see a little bit more hamstring development from her. She should probably bend her leg just a little bit on that side pose of the outer leg, which will show a little bit more of the curve of the hamstring for her and just pop her shape a lot better.
Please welcome Joanna.
All right, we've got Joanna coming out. A little pint-sized competitor again, a little short girl. You know, y'all short girls, y'all get a little bit more, lucky with those little muscle bellies that be looking full, Great fullness in the glutes here. Good conditioning in the back. I really think she should probably be a little bit tighter. And again, to be competitive in the top lineup through all of the competitors, let's say going to the Olympia level, she's definitely going to need a little more size. Beautiful tightness in the waist here. Let's see that side pose and how that's going to go ahead and finish off for her. All right, you got a pirouette. I love it. Yes, attitude. Glute ham, the glute shape there, the hamstrings look nice and developed. Looks really good. I love her energy.
Please welcome your next competitor. She is your 3-time Olympian champion, Franciele Matos.
Franciele Matos. Okay, guys, this is the standard. You see why I keep saying that the girls need a little bit more muscle, because Franciele is the standard. This is wellness. This is our 3-time Miss Olympia. Look at the size of her glutes. Look at the size of her hamstrings. Look at the size of her calves. The back development. When she turns around, you see nothing but gluteals and that hamstring tie-in and that conditioning and that attitude. This is the perfect physique. And I'm sorry, She's gonna win. Okay, I don't care what nobody says. This is the favorite. Look at that size of the gluteals. My star, she just brings it. And this is the standard, guys. This is what you want to work towards. Beautiful calf shoulders, tight waist. Thighs are just looking fantastic. We have Bruna out next. Bruna's looking absolutely... How do you follow an act like that, right? That's Yelly. Bruna, you better bring it, girl. Let's go ahead and see. I love the color of her suit. But Bruna, she's holding it up well. Beautiful calf delts, tight waist, fantastic shape of the glutes, nice fullness of the glutes, good glute hand tie-in, beautiful shape as far as her glutes and her hamstrings as well. Nice tightness in the conditioning. She's bringing that attitude as well in her presentation. Nothing is overpowering her physique. She's looking beautiful as far as her flow and symmetry is concerned. Absolutely fantastic.
All right, thank you, Bruna.
So we're going to bring all the girls out, or the women. We're going to bring all the women out, and we're going to go for our call-outs. Now, let's go ahead and see who was out there and who we think are going to be the ones in the first call-out. All right, so now that we've seen everybody come out, the next thing that's going to happen is our first call-out. Now, typically speaking, the judges will call out like 5 competitors or, 6 competitors, so depending on how many people are there. We've got 11 competitors, so I'm suspecting that they may do 5 or 6. One of my first immediately is absolutely Isa. I think that she is the reigning Miss International, and there's no reason why she should not be in that first call out. Looked absolutely fantastic with her conditioning, absolutely fantastic with her size and shape. The next competitor that really got my eye was Lily. Lily looks absolutely fantastic. I really feel that her conditioning, the size, and her complete package really came together in a way that should warrant her seeing herself being competitive in this particular lineup, and no reason for her not to be in that first call out. And then I'm going to be safe and just go with 2 other choices that I definitely see as a shoo-in for the first call out. So I'm camping out just a little bit because everybody looked great, but these are my 4 that I really feel are the ones that should be up there for sure. Of course, Fran S. There is no way that Fran S. is not going to be out there in that first call out. I would not be surprised if Fran S. takes this entire show. When you've got the 3-time Miss Olympia out there, honey, you would have to work. Everybody would have to come in completely top form, and she would have to come in completely off her rocker and off her mark in order to be pushed out of that winning. So we'll have to see what happens at the end and how, if the judges do pick Isa, which I don't see why they wouldn't in the first call out, how she's going to compare to Isa in that lineup. So that's going to be very exciting because, man, I think this is Fran S. first international. I don't think she's done the international before. So if she takes this title and then we're heading into the Olympia later this year, man, that's going to be super exciting. You've got a little rivalry going there. And then the next one that I would have would be Bruna. I thought Bruna looked absolutely incredible. Following Fran S. is a big thing. I know I used to hate following behind like the top competitors. It's like, okay, there's the top girl, and here I am. I got to bring that A game, So she looked absolutely incredible. The dark hair, that blue suit, great conditioning, great size, great symmetry. And I don't see a reason why she shouldn't be in that first call out. So those are my 4. Okay, I'm copping out. I'm not going for a 5th and 6th because I think it's super close. But I want to see if I'm right. So let's go ahead and get into our first call out. Before we do that, listen, if you are looking to get on stage and you want to get on there and do it the healthiest way that you can, the smartest way that you can, and you know that you need a coach that A, knows what they're doing, that B, has been there before, and C, that's going to really put the time in to care about you and your health and getting you to look like a true winner on stage, honey, you are in luck because your girl here is taking on a new client. Go ahead and scan the QR code that you see on the screen, click the link down below to set up a complimentary appointment so that we can talk about your goals and what it may look like for you to get on the stage. Now, I work with competitors across all the different divisions for women, as well as many of the different federations. So that's something that you want to do, and you want to do it the smart way. Let's go ahead and talk about your future as a competitor. Maybe even earn that pro card. Okay, let's go ahead and jump back into our prejudging.
All right, a great lineup once again here at the Arnold. Judges, you're going to need your help, folks. Yell out the name and who you want the first call out.
Isa.
Isa.
Sandra.
Sandra, okay.
Lily.
Lily,
Number 8, Anne-Marie,
Anne-Marie,
and Francie.
Francielle.
Yeah.
Bruna. Y'all, listen. Your girl is good. Your girl is good. My folks, they got it. Yes. I love it. I love it. So they're moving Francielle into the middle next to Isa. Okay. Bruna's coming in to the middle as well. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our top 6 here, guys. Quarter turning around. Now we want to look right in that middle. Francielle versus Isa. Who's going to take it home? It's going to be all about this back pose right here. This is what wins shows. From this back pose, Francielle is winning. She's got the glutes, she's got the size, she's got the conditioning.
Right.
Taking that quarter turn, fantastic shapes here, tight, tiny waist. That muscularity is not going to be surpassed by anyone. Francielle is winning the show. Everyone looks absolutely fantastic. I think they might move the 2 ladies on the outside. There may be a switcheroo in there. We're taking another quarter turn. I'm thinking that the competitor on the outside, where are we? These 2 competitors on the outside here, I think might be switched. They might be. We'll see what the judges do with that.
Quarter turn to the right.
And the reason why I'm saying that is just because I think that the one on the outside here has a little bit of a better shape that might be compared over to Isa. Let's see if they switch them. Sometimes Sandy does, sometimes she doesn't. Absolutely fantastic shape.
When you get there.
Francielle is just killing this lineup right now. I'm also very impressed by Bruna, who's the one that's standing next to Francielle in the blue posing suit to her right. Absolutely incredible shape, great look. And she's really holding her own here. Very beautiful shapes. This is a tough lineup.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, they didn't switch. Okay, we might see a final round because there are 6 here. So one of the ladies is actually going to be in the top 6. So we saw the 5th, the top 5.
9, Joanna.
Fantastic lineup. This is rounding up the rest of the ladies in this lineup. Now these are going to be our bottom half competitors, placing from 7th to 11th.
6 and 5 switch.
So we went ahead and moved them on the outside. These are the competitors that I pointed out that might be a little bit more undersized for this lineup. And you can kind of see why when you saw the top competitors and how much muscle these girls actually hold. And I keep calling them girls, they're grown women. How much muscle these athletes hold. These ladies are absolutely incredible. They're pros, you guys. But the thing is that the littlest thing on the pro level will send you into the second half of the callouts. And in this case, these ladies here are all fantastic, but they are undersized for this division and for this particular lineup. Got a little switcheroo coming on here.
Now we do 180, face that back wall.
Facing the back wall. Let's see what these ladies are bringing it to the back. All great shapes, all great sizes, undersized and underconditioned for many of the ladies as well here. I mean, we're talking about super high competition at this point. So every little thing, the judges are looking for your flaws. What can they deduct? Because trying to look for perfection at this point, everybody is perfect. But what are the flaws that we see that we can deduct are going to kick you out of that top lineup? That's why you got to bring your A game from your posing and more. All right. So we got the ladies coming back to the side. We'll see. Sandy usually brings them back out again. Isa's coming back out for the call out. Sandra's coming out. Francielle is coming out. And who else did they say? And Bruna. Okay, this is our top 4. Now, did I mention, I think I said that did they move her in? I'm not sure. Did they move her in from the outside? Not sure. Okay, but let's look at 4. Francielle kills this lineup. I actually really like Bruna a lot here. But I think that Bruna's conditioning and her glutes aren't as full as Isa. So she's going to be out of that top 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if she plays top 3 here.
And face forward.
Now let's see if they do any switcheroos.
Back wall.
doing our 180, going to the back wall. We're going to probably go ahead and do a little walk as well. Once again, the fullness in the glutes is what wins here. Here we go with the walk. I'm not sure why they do this walk. They just do it. Bikini and wellness are really peculiar to me. It takes a lot of sass to be able to do this, guys, because, honey, the way my mind is set up, I can do it, but I don't do it. Okay, listen, it's just something for me, but more power to y'all, okay? All right.
Back to you.
Okay, that concludes our wellness. So that is it, you guys. That is it. So the next thing that we're going to do is we got to look at the finals to see who is going to wrap up as the winners. Who are you going to choose? For me, definitely hands down, Francielle absolutely to me is hands down the winner of this show. I think she's going to take the crown of Miss International from Isa, who is absolutely fantastic. I remember the first time I saw her on this stage winning her pro card that I knew automatically she was going to be a top contender in this sport, and she is still hanging on all these years later. And she brought a great physique to the stage. But the year is young, and we've got so many other shows going on this year to see these competitors come out, because this is just 11. And these 11 competitors were all chosen. You have to apply for the Arnold. And not always is it going to be competitors who are the top in the sport. Sometimes folks don't want to compete at the Arnold because it's too early in the year. So they may be resting out for the next leg of shows, which is the New York Pro and especially the Pittsburgh Pro. So there's some really big shows that are coming up that are heavy hitters going into the Olympia. But enough of this talk. Let's go ahead and see what the judges did in the finals round. Now, this show is not over at pre-judging. Oh, no, not for the pros. For the pros, and even on the national level, for so many of the amateurs, you got to stay tight, because they will be doing a confirmation of scoring round in the finals. And if you don't bring that A game in the finals, if you go off and just throw it off by eating and doing whatever, honey, you could be knocked out of your placing. But these are pros, so I know they're going to keep it together. Let's go ahead and see what they brought for the finals. So we're going through and we're going to go ahead and pull out. This is the confirmation of scoring round. So this is a round where we're looking at the competitors, going through the call-outs and just making sure that the judges want who they want for the top spots. So now we're starting out backwards here from what we saw in the pre-judging. And they're starting off with the competitors who were kind of in that bottom half of the call-outs. So these are our competitors who are 7th through 11th place. 1st through 6th place will be winning prize money. So that's kind of why they did the top 6 versus, let's say, the top 5, what they normally do at other shows. So we got the ladies turning around to the back. All of them look great. And the thing about these competitors that's different than the first half, which you're going to see, is that these competitors all look great, but the shape that they need for this particular division for each of them individually isn't there yet. It's weird because in all the other divisions, you want to see kind of a balance in the body from top to bottom, left to right, front to back. But with wellness very specifically, they want to see the overdevelopment of the legs, the overdevelopment of the glutes, and that conditioning that just pops out as soon as they turn around in all of these positions. And for each of these competitors, although they look fantastic and great, they have too much symmetry, if that's a thing. It really is. They have too much symmetry. They're going to have to, each of them, work a little bit more to bring their bodies in balance for what's needed for this division. Now, this is where we're looking at who's going to win the top call-outs in the show. And as a top competitor in the sport, of course, this is going to be this is a showdown here. So we're going through and we're going with our top call-outs here. We've got, what do we have here in the middle? We have Francielle in the middle, which to bring Isa in the middle. We have Lily Dong that's there. We have Bruna as well. Bruna's being moved in as well. And one of our other competitors, Sandra, is also in this lineup, who's looking absolutely fantastic to round this out. So look at the shapes again. Remember I told you about the balance of the body and the overdevelopment of the legs, how important that is for the shape for the wellness competitor. All of these ladies have fantastic glute development and separation, great quad sweeps, great development of the hamstrings as well. And they do have the cat delts and everything that you see in so many of the other divisions, but it's more about that shape that they're looking for here with the wellness division, and each of them is really bringing that A game. So here we go, facing that back pose. And I really just feel, again, Francielle is just holding down what the standard is for this division. And that's the important thing. There needs to be a balance of conditioning here with this particular division, because at one point I felt like the competitors were looking like super hard and super like conditioned, but the judges really don't want that. They want that great balance where you can see separation without striation. And that's a hard balance to have to get to. So many competitors might need to come down and get really shredded and then fill themselves out as they go into the show. So now that we've seen the confirmation of scoring, it is time to go ahead with our awards. Let's see how the judges give this, what they do with this. All right, so here we go. We are bringing out all of the wellness competitors here onto the stage to go ahead and give our awards. Top 6 is what we're looking for. Your top 6 is what gets the prize money. The prize money is from $1,000 to $14,000, which for the women's division is like nothing compared to the men, but that's another conversation. They're going to start with our 6th place. I think it's either going to be, in my opinion, either Anne Marie Goebel or Lily Dong, who might be in that final. And those were the two ladies who were kind of on the outside there of the call out that I said that they might switch. So for me, it's a toss up between either one of the two. Okay, so Anne-Marie goes ahead and takes the 6th place. I believe 6th place is $1,000 for her winnings. Not bad. I mean, that'll cover part of your suit, like the upper half of your suit. Yeah, it doesn't cover anything, guys. $1,000. Woo, child. But hey, listen, you get that international title, well, the top 6, which is fantastic, in your moment on the stage.
I think that the 5th place for Mr. Michael Henderson, CEO of Wolfman.
All right, let's see who's going to be 5th place here. Who do you guess is going to be 5th? All right, so 5th place was Lily Dong. And I told you, those were the two that were kind of on the outside that I thought that could be interchangeable as far as the placings is concerned. Lily Dong brought an incredible shape to the stage, great conditioning and all. 5th place wins $2,000, so she gets that check for $2,000, and she gets the actual trophy, which is great. She gets a medal and all that stuff for placing in the top 5. Now, 4th place is going to be a tricky one. I would say, according to the lineup, it might be Bruna, although I would like her in 3rd, or Sandra. Okay, so Bruna, I really like Bruna in the top 3. But according to the lineups where she ended up in the call-out, I kind of was on the fence of where she could go. So they placed her 4th, which is fantastic. Congratulations to Bruna. I absolutely love her shape. Absolutely think that she's great shape. 3rd place wins $3,000. So obviously, it's going to be Sandra who's going to be the 3rd place winner. And then it comes down to Isa and Francielle. And I think Francielle is going to take this show. All right, Sandra. All right, she did win that 3rd place. And 3rd place is $5,000 for that earnings. Not bad. That covers a little bit more. Some supplements, your full suit, tanning. Yeah. 2nd place is $7,000 and $14,000 is for 1st place. All right, let us see what happens here. Ace is definitely going to be 2nd. Francielle is winning the show. I don't care what nobody says. All right, yeah, I love her. She's so beautiful. She has such a great shape. One of our first wellness competitors in the division, still hanging strong after all these years. Well-deserved runner-up. And you know what? Go ahead, girl. I cannot wait to see what she brings to the Olympia stage. She missed the show last year, the international. This is her 2nd international title. So, or at least placing high. She won in 2022. So she's a formidable competitor. But there's just no way that anyone is going to beat Miss 3-time Olympia tonight because she brought it. And our winner is Francielle Matos. Yes, girl. Fantastic. She looks absolutely amazing. I don't know if it's Francielle or Francielle. He said Francielle. I heard Francielle a little bit earlier. I think Sandy Williamson called her Francielle. So either way, she the winner. she the winner. Okay, this is the gold standard of the division, guys. So you want to know what wellness looks like? You want to know what you want to bring? There goes Arnold's awesome. Arnold, it's your Arnold. Look at that. Fantastic. She is our winner. She is the queen of the night. And no one deserved it better. I think that she's absolutely fantastic. She makes me want to get in the gym and start squatting right away. I love it. So that is it. That was the Arnold Wellness play-by-play. Did you get your winners? Okay, what are your thoughts? Put them down below. Who was your favorite? Who was your favorite? Did you expect for the winner to be the winner? Did you have somebody else in a different placing than where they placed? Go ahead and put that down below. Listen, you guys, here on this channel, we talk about bodybuilding on the women's end. More importantly, how you can be successful and getting to the stage if that is a goal for yours. And even if you're not someone who's looking to compete, how you can go about building your body in the smartest and healthiest way possible. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you go ahead, you hit that notifications bell, and you add your comments down below. Who is your favorite? Now, if you're looking to go ahead and get started, make sure that you scan the QR code that you see on your screen right now to get my free contest prep crash course. And while you're at it, take a look at this next video right over here so we can talk about what the divisions are and what the judges are looking for when it comes to getting on stage and the women's side of the sport. I'll go ahead and see you over there.